After Alexander's death, his newly conquered Egyptian lands are claimed by one of his generals, Ptolemy Soter. He becomes the first in a new line of pharaohs who all take his name, the Ptolemies. But how can these Greeks secure their rule in Egypt and ensure the allegiance of its people? They embark on a massive building campaign.
This place was very important to the Ptolemies. By commissioning temples here, you can extend your authority to the southernmost reaches of your kingdom. Philae was, par excellence, the temple of Isis. It was her main cult center, the jewel of the Nile, as we Egyptians call it today.
1,000 kilometers south of Alexandria, this temple is a calculated piece of propaganda.
By doing this, you're living up to the expectations of what an ancient Egyptian pharaoh was supposed to do. With all the symbolism, the hieroglyphs, the figures, he was saying, I may be Greek in origin, but I am Pharaoh.
At first, the strategy works, but the Ptolemies are greedy.
They paid little attention to Egypt itself. To them, Egypt was to be exploited. By displaying extravagance and luxury, you're showing the rest of the world how your kingdom is much better than theirs. Yours is the richest.
The Ptolemies live extravagant lives, all funded by ever-increasing taxes paid by the Egyptian people, who are not happy about it. In 206 BCE, it all comes to a head.
Up here, we have 2 decrees from the reign of Ptolemy V that talks about massive revolt across Egypt. How for 20 years, people were very tired of Ptolemaic rule. We hear about farmers completely leaving their tools and leaving their land and going off just to run away from taxes. The exploitation was way too much. And ultimately, a king who does not take care of his people, it's only a matter of time until it goes into decline.
Things are no better for the Ptolemies themselves, who make a habit of incest. This leads to bloody disputes over succession.
The Ptolemaic family already was sort of intermarrying, but it gets more and more complicated with each passing generation, such that you get into terrible situations. Perhaps the most horrible example is Ptolemy VIII. He marries his full sister, and on their wedding day, he actually has her son from Ptolemy VI killed in her arms. That's how bad it gets.
The Ptolemies cling to power for almost 2 more centuries. But weakened by infighting and revolts, they seek out allies across the Mediterranean, in Rome. Here, they get mixed up in bloody civil wars. And in 30 BCE, the most famous Ptolemy of all, Cleopatra, finds herself on the losing side. Facing defeat, she takes her own life. Her death ends a 3,000-year-old line of pharaohs. It is the end for this ancient power.